Okay, guys, so welcome back. So we'll start back with this backward induction example from the Cuban Missile Crisis, where we had GFK and Khrushchev. So for the illustration, so remember that we had in this context Khrushchev playing first, choosing to place missiles or not. If he doesn't place missiles, so we are in status quo, and we get 4-3 as payoffs for 4 for Khrushchev and 3 for GFK. If he plays missiles, GFK has the right to decide, and either he doesn't do anything, so he acquiesces, and we have payoffs 5 and 2. If he performs A for A strikes, K has the possibility, Khrushchev has the possibility to escalate or consent. If he escalates, the payoffs are 1-0. If he consents, the payoffs are 2-4. And finally, GFK has also the possibility to impose a blockade, naval blockade, and the payoffs would be 3-5. So if you want to solve it using backward induction, we start by the last leaves of the game. The terminal leaves you see here for Khrushchev, if we use the principle of backward induction, he would definitely, since he has to choose here, he would definitely prefer 2-1. So he will definitely consent to an airstrike. So he'd prefer 2-1. Then for GFK, we will have three nodes where he has to choose between 2, 4, and 5. Of course, he will pick the 5, so he will impose a blockade. Okay. Then in this case, if we eliminate the 2 other branches here, which are N and A, then K, which is Khrushchev, has to choose between 3 and 4, and of course he'll pick 4, which is the solution of the game, where he doesn't do anything. He doesn't he doesn't put or install missiles in Cuba. Okay, so that's why the solution of the game was to remove the missiles from Cuba. So I would like then that's the discussion we had in the previous video. And I would like to move on a little bit. I'll skip this part. It is not, I mean, it is too much in details. I will talk about now about the Cournot and Stackelberg game. So Antoine Augustin de Cournot, who lived in the 19th century, proposed what we call a duopoly equilibrium model strategic form. And here in his model, he had 2 firms. And the first firm, the 2 firms determine their best response quantity productions, Q1 and Q2 simultaneously. And the market price is a function of the 2 quantities, Q1 and Q2. So each firm aims to maximize its own profit, which is the price times Q minus the cost of the production of the quantity. And one can set P as a function of the price of the good, as a function, a linear function here, for instance, of the quantities produced, which is A minus Q1 plus Q2. And the cost of production could be just a linear relation with the quantities produced. Ci is C times small c times Qi. So the equilibrium market price is obtained using first order and second order derivatives here in the Cournot games. Okay. While for the Stackelberg game, here Heinrich Freyer von Stackelberg, who lived in the early 20th century, proposed a duopoly model equilibrium, an extensive form where we had 2 firms, but they don't decide simultaneously here. The two firms determine their best response quantity production, Q1 and Q2 sequentially, but here we have a leader firm and a follower firm. So one firm takes the role of the leader, the other firm takes the role of the follower, and the market price is a function of the quantity produced, and each firm aims at maximizing its own profit. And in this model, when we solved it, we found the equilibrium strategy of the follower in terms of the leader's quantities produced, and we placed this solution in the leader's equations to get the market, the optimal quantities produced and the optimal market price. Okay, so as a summary in this video, I just wanted to show you again the small example of Khrushchev and GFK, and to get back to the Cournot and Stackelberg game, where we had this very interesting modeling, and we had a leader and a follower. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and see you back with the next couple of lectures.